Hello, I'm Norma Jean Shaw, and this is Talk of the Town. Happy to welcome in today Jeremy Camp, the Planning and Zoning Director for the Town of Front Royal,
Thank
and
you.
Felicia Hart, the High Energy Community Development Director for the Town of Front
Oh,
Royal.
thank you.
Welcome to both of you. The Community Development Block Grant Program, we are about a year into the process, and I think some folks probably are not sure what that is and what it entails, but I know you both have been working really hard for a year, so let's talk about that.
Well, a good place to start is back with the Envision Front Royal process, 2013, 2014 timeframe. We engaged the community and developed a town vision. It had a number of goals in it and a lot of emphasis on downtown, restoring buildings, public infrastructure. And so that was the stimulus that led us to pursue a community development block grant through the state. The Department of Housing and Community Development administers a program. And there's various stages to that program. The past year we've been working under a grant that was awarded to us, which they call a planning grant, which allows us to have funds to hire consultants and have meetings and develop a revitalization plan. So that's what we're in the process of wrapping up these next couple months.
Okay, and you have been very instrumental in the legwork, so to speak, and you're kind of a cheerleader, and every time I try to catch you, you're out doing something.
It is.
So what have you been up to for the last year?
Well, definitely with this block grant, it does require a lot. It just trying to keep the public involved. So we appreciate being able to get the word out because it will benefit the entire community. This specifically works on your downtown, on your main street, but that is the jewel. Normally, that's the heartbeat of your community. So that's where we've been spending the time. But along with that, with everything else that comes up, just working with the merchants. We've got some new property owners coming into town. So it's a lot of different things going on. But right now, it's really the block grant, which is a good thing.
It is a good thing, and I know we have some new property owners coming in, and they're not quite ready to be introduced to the public, but good things are in the works, and there are folks who are interested in investing in the community. That's always a good thing.
It is, and part of this grant is the facade grant, and right now we've got 33 property owners who have signed the MOU to participate, and that's part of that is a matching grant. So they for every dollar they put up, the block grant will match that up to a certain limit. But to have 33 property owners along our main street, or at least in our target area there, says an awful lot. You can start feeling the heartbeat. People are getting excited about this, so it's a good thing.
One of the things that seems to be evident is the downtown folks really do care, of course, about their businesses, but about the community. There are events that happen at Halloween. You see the merchants out there, they're handing out candy. The gazebo has events in the summertime. The town's invested. We have the movies with free popcorn, free movies. The merchants, of course, are involved with this, but the community has an investment as well.
Most definitely, and we've worked really hard to make sure that the merchants are participating. We work to make sure that they're sitting at the table with and we have the dialogue from the get-go, so that everybody benefits from these events.
Moving forward, the community, as I said, is invested. What can folks in the community who are not merchants, how can they help? How can they bring this to fruition? Is there anything the average citizen can do?
Well, I think just learning about the project, you can always call me or Felicia and just learn more about it. We can discuss it more in depth here a little bit, but coming out to the public meetings that we have scheduled are important because all of this gets looked at by the state. And so I had mentioned kind of the early part on how we got to where we're at now and what we're doing now, but all of this is kind of leading towards the implementation grant, we call it, which is coming due at the end of March. So in that time period, we're going to be finishing up our overall plan with all the components to it, the facade program, the other physical improvements, the branding, all of that, and then taking that and applying to the state for the big grant, which is going to be money to be brought into the town to help implement all of the ideas.
Okay, so, and there's some weight to that. When a decision is made, everything is looked at. If you have positive input from local citizens, that's a factor as well?
Absolutely, and so we've been keeping track of, the meetings we've had and having people, sign in the sign-in sheets and documenting all that so we can show the state that this project has a lot of community support and interest, and so that's very important. So if someone wants to get involved, I want to strongly encourage them to contact Felicia or I, learn more about the project, or at least simply come out to the meeting and show your support. Because it is about economic development, it's about bringing in money to our community. That's going to help everybody here.
Okay, I want to quickly ask about the branding. How is that going? Are you at the point to do an announcement, or is that still a work in progress?
That's still a work in progress. We're contracted with the consultant, Darwin, until February the 15th, which is our deadline to complete the product.
Okay. Upcoming meetings in between now and the next month or so? Do you have any upcoming meetings to announce to the public, or I guess they can go to your website, or you'll put information out?
Yeah. We'll have a lot of all the details of the project posted on the website by February 20th. The next meeting is February 15th with the Planning Commission. That's going to be televised. People can also come out to that meeting. And we're going to give essentially the same presentation we did with Town Council just earlier this week.
Okay, so folks need to stay tuned to the meetings. If you don't show up in person, you can watch online. You can always get that information, but we need to let folks know it's your community and you need to be a part of this.
Right, and we've requested letters of support from some of the major entities here in town. We're getting those in. We've got letters of support from some of our lenders, potential lenders for our facade. And again, our complete project, the presentation that we did for council is available to anybody. We want people to understand what is going on in there. So it's a complete breakdown of the budget, because it is a lot of money, but it's a huge return for our community. Things as simple as looking at building an outdoor bathroom down at our green space, enhancing a farmer's market area, water fountains, things to attract people, bring other entities, groups into our town to host events and draw people down there and keep them there longer.
Parking is another big one.
Parking is another big one. We look at both sides of the Main Street there.
So you want the input. We want our communities to succeed, and it all begins right here at home.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you.
Show your support.
Thank you both so much. We look forward to hearing more from you, and we'll have you back in again.
All right. Well, thank you.
Thanks so much.